I just got done. Um, I made some changes in my portfolio. Um, I think we're going to have some rough markets. So what I did yesterday, I found out about some ETFs that are related to gold that pay dividends. So what I did is I sold some of my Nasdaq type um, dividend stocks, and I bought those with them. What I did was I kind of looked for stuff that might go down if we had a market correction. I didn't sell everything I had. I didn't sell my Bitcoin, and that dropped 4%. It's not quite that much down now, but it was down 4%, over 4%. The market actually might have kind of took a drop today, and the reason why it took a drop is because the economy is better than expected, and it's like everybody wants that golden pill that they can take for low interest rates, and so they felt like, oh shit, now they're not going to lower interest rates because the market's doing well. This is stupid. I mean, it makes sense, but it doesn't. I think it happened while I was selling and buying that it was announced. It happened today. It happened while I was working on this stuff. And then all of a sudden I looked and Bitcoin's down 4.13%. Silver wasn't up much. It was up some overnight. Then it went up another. It was up just a little bit. It was down yesterday. And I thought, well, there might be a correction. You might have bought at the top of the market. It might go down 5 or 10%. It didn't. It was just down a little bit yesterday. And today it's up 2%. I looked at it later on after I had bought everything, kind of. And it was up 2%. So it was up 87 cents on the day. So what Bitcoin was down, I more than made up for it with silver. And now Bitcoin's, I guess Bitcoin didn't rebound. I guess whatever I maybe just bought went up. Because I was down $1,600 and now I'm only down about $900. So I think I bought the gold stuff. It's not really gold stock. It's gold related stock. And I did buy a few more miners. I bought a little bit more mining stock too. But most of what I bought was an ETF that's based on gold, but it also pays a dividend. Kind of like that thing that everybody's looking for. I didn't know it existed until yesterday. I mean, I knew of a couple of them, but they were things that I didn't want, that I didn't think were a good idea. I found some that I think are pretty good now. They're kind of new. So, and I checked my email this morning, of course, or I don't know, at some point. And let's go ahead and go here. I check my email, and I get an email like every week or every few days from an astrologer, and it's not a financial astrologer. It's just something to read. It's not anything I take real seriously. But he sent an article, something about we're heading into a period of possible World War III. And this mirrors what the other astrologers are saying. And I hadn't started yet, but I had already known that I was going to look into this gold stuff. Okay, we're on the roundabout now. They switched us over. Yesterday they were preparing to do this. So this is the new roundabout for the first time. I mean, we're not actually going to use the roundabout though. Now they're tearing up where we were. Where those tractors are is where we were yesterday. So let's see what they got. First time I'm not really getting to fully use it though. There's old 21, but now they're going to finish that, and once they finish that, there's not really that much there to do. It'll be done. They still got to do these straightaways though. They're probably going to tear all that out. what they're going to do here. This still has to be replaced yet. But I bought a couple of different ones that are gold related, and they're ETFs is what they are. They're not actual bars of gold or anything, but it's better than, if they do pay a dividend, I'll keep an eye on them. I mean, they look like they're fairly low grade. I checked the grades before I bought. I bought like a couple shares, and then I checked the grade, and then I bought more when I saw that it was a relatively low risk grade. I didn't want to buy anything with a real high risk grade that maybe was dangerous or anything. I did buy some UPS. I just bought a little bit of it. There was an inside trade just in the last day. Might have been yesterday. It was an inside trade. Insider bought a bunch of stock. About 2 or 3 people. There were 3 transactions. And I thought, okay, I'll maybe dip my... I got around $4 grand worth. I got 50 shares. It's in the $85 range. So I got some UPS. I've been kind of watching that. It's been coming down. It might come down more, so I didn't get very much. I might get a little more if it comes down some more. If it doesn't, then I'll just keep what I have, maybe. It might come down some more, though. But the insiders bought, and they're actually in the red because it was down again today. They're a little bit in the red. The people who bought, and they bought a lot of it. They bought like tens of thousands of shares. I don't know. I guess they just have a lot of money. Maybe they sold it back a ways and they're just putting the money back in. I don't know, but they sure have the money, disposable money to buy with. I can't print the list today because it's Thursday. I'll print it tomorrow. Gold's up about 1%, and silver's up 2%. And the mining stocks, I'm not really sure what went up, but something went up, because I was $1,600 down, and then later I was $800 or $900 down because of the Bitcoin. 90% of that, I think all of it was the Bitcoin. So it went up on something. It might have been a little bit on everything I had too. Maybe a lot of it was the gold stock and the silver stuff. I mean, it was down. Some of it was down earlier today. Some of the silver stock was actually down. And then when silver went up more, it went up. It reacted to it. And I think maybe gold went up a little bit too. But I sold my main. I don't know if that was such a good idea or not, but I sold my main. It is actually kind of a high risk grade. I don't know if I should maybe buy that back. I'll have to. I mean, I sold it at a profit, so I could buy that back anytime I want. But it doesn't pay a real high dividend. I made a lot of money on it. I made some money. I made quite a bit of money today on my things that I sold. And that's what I want to do. I don't want to wait till it's down another 10%. I want to make money on it. So I sold some stuff at a profit. There was only one thing I sold at a loss, and that was that I did sell one of the MSTR preferred stocks. I decided to get out of that because it was kind of high risk. I kept the other 2 though. And then I had UPS, and then I bought some realty income. I just bought a little bit of realty income. I mean, if UPS comes down some more, maybe I'll sell the rest of the realty income and buy UPS. Because it's like it's almost an 8% dividend. It's like a 7.5%, or I don't remember exactly what it is, but it's a nice dividend. But it might, I don't want to put too much money in it because I think there might be a little more downside yet. There's some uncertainty in the markets yet, and it might go down with the markets. But I thought, oh, this is a nice dividend. I think maybe other people are buying it. It was down today though.